You know that feeling when your life finally looks like something you've been praying for, like a testimony you can't wait to share? That was me. Everything felt right. Everything looked perfect. But let me tell you something. Sometimes the perfect story hides the most dangerous secret. And the worst part is, you won't even know until it's already too late. My name is Amara, and this is something I don't even like remembering, but I have to tell it. I met Daniel during my NYSC year in Jos. He wasn't like other guys who were always trying too hard to impress. No fake lifestyle, no loud talking, no unnecessary showing off. He was calm, respectful, the kind of man that greets elders properly and still pulls a chair out for you. The first thing he ever said to me was, "I don't want to stress you. I just want to know you." That line? It finished me completely. Daniel was everything a Nigerian girl and her family would pray for. He had a stable job, came from a decent home, no drama, no bad friends, at least none that I saw. Even my friends used to say, "Amara, if you leave this one, just know village people are involved." My mother, that woman that rejects almost every man, looked at him one day and said, "This one hold him well." And I did. We dated for 1 year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I never saw a single red flag. No strange calls, no disappearing acts, no funny behavior. If anything, Daniel was too perfect, but I didn't question it. I was just happy. Our wedding was beautiful. Not too loud, not too expensive, just classy and peaceful. People ate well. You know Nigerians, once food is good, your marriage is already approved. That day, as I stood beside him, I whispered, "I'm so lucky." He smiled at me, but now that I think about it, that smile felt like he knew something I didn't. After the wedding, we moved into his house. It was neat, quiet, and properly arranged. The kind of place that tells you the owner has his life together. The first week was perfect. The second week was still perfect. Then one night something happened. I woke up around 12:47 a.m. Not because of noise, but because of silence. That kind of silence that feels heavy, like something is wrong. I turned to Daniel's side of the bed. Empty. At first, I didn't think too much about it. I told myself, maybe he went to the bathroom. I waited. 5 minutes passed. Then 10. I checked the bathroom. Empty. That was when my heart started beating fast. I stepped into the sitting room. Everywhere was dark. Quiet. Too quiet. Then I noticed the back door was slightly open. Now, I'm not someone that is easily scared, but that night, my body just froze. I stood there staring at that door like it was staring back at me. Then I heard it. A soft sound. Not footsteps, not talking clearly, more like whispering. I tried to calm myself. I told myself it was probably neighbors or just the wind, but deep down I knew something wasn't right. Still, I didn't go outside. This is Nigeria, not a foreign horror movie where you go and investigate strange midnight sounds. I went back to bed and pretended to sleep. After some time, Daniel came back. I felt him lie down beside me. His body was cold. Not normal cold, the kind that makes you shift away without even thinking. The next morning, I asked him casually, "Babe, where did you go last night?" He didn't even think about it before answering. I couldn't sleep, so I stepped outside for fresh air. Fresh air? By almost 1 a.m.? It didn't make sense, but I kept quiet. It didn't stop. It kept happening. Almost every night, between 12:30 a.m. and 2 a.m., he would leave the bed quietly, stay gone for a long time, and come back cold. After a while, I got tired of guessing. One night, I decided I was going to follow him. I pretended to sleep early. Around 1 a.m., he stood up and walked out. I waited a few seconds, then I followed him quietly. The compound looked different at night, like a place I didn't recognize anymore. I moved slowly, barefoot, trying not to make any sound. Then I saw him. Daniel was standing near the back fence, and he wasn't alone. There were other people. I couldn't see their faces clearly, but I could see their shapes. 3 of them, standing around him. They were speaking softly, almost like murmuring. Then Daniel said something that made my entire body go weak. He said, "She doesn't know yet." She. That was me. One of the figures replied, "You're running out of time." Another voice said, "You must decide before the next full moon." At that point, I didn't wait to hear anything else. I ran back inside, as fast as I could. My heart was pounding like it wanted to jump out of my chest. The next morning, I didn't pretend anymore. I asked him directly, "Daniel, who were those people last night?" He looked at me quietly, then he laughed. But that laugh wasn't normal. He said, "You shouldn't have followed me." That was when I knew everything had changed. He sat me down and said there were things I didn't understand. I told him to explain, and he did. Before we met, Daniel made a decision. He joined a group. Not the kind you hear about in school, something deeper, something older. They promised him success, stability, a good life. Everything he had now came from that decision. But there was a price. There's always a price. I asked him what it had to do with me, and that was when he said it. The words I will never forget. I was supposed to bring someone. I just stared at him. Then he added, "Someone like you." In that moment, everything started making sense. The perfect behavior, the smooth relationship, the timing. It wasn't love. It was selection. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just stayed calm. That same day, I quietly packed a small bag. I didn't want him to suspect anything. But as I was about to leave, I saw something that shook me even more. A picture. My picture. Placed on a table with other pictures. Different women. Different faces. All marked. That was when it hit me. I was not the first. I left that house that evening. No argument, no noise, no goodbye. I just left. But till today, sometimes I still wake up around 1 a.m. and I feel it again. That same heavy silence. That same strange cold in the air. And one question keeps coming back to me. Did I really escape, or am I just running out of time?